Alright, what's up, guys? I'm on my second episode of Darktide. I've got my buddy Seth here. Seth, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Seth.
Top
That's
tier introduction.
what now?
Top tier introduction.
I know. I know pretty much nothing about this game or this universe. I was just told that I had to play this. I've played it before. I've done like 2 entire missions, and that's been about it. So Sabian's gonna be my sensei and take me through this.
Yeah. So we've already done Hab Draco. I did that one solo. We couldn't get Drewski on tonight. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Today I think we're going to do the Metalfab mission.
You know what you should do? You should you should like say he's in here just so you can like use him as his name and
We'll just say he's like one of the random players.
Yeah. Be like, man, Drewski, thank you so much, you big. You have so many subscribers. I really appreciate
Narvis is gonna be him. That's who, Narvis is gonna be Drew now. That's gonna be Drewski.
Yeah, that's Drewski. He's just on it. That's his alt account.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we're playing with the.
He doesn't have a microphone today.
Yeah, we're playing.
Oh gosh, I'm so excited. And we need it working again. Reports indicate some sort of demonic infestation.
So do you have like a minimum for like how much your subscribers can bench in order to actually watch you? I think you have to be able to bench.
Believe it or not, I don't think my subscribers actually know that I work out.
Oh gosh, guys, I have something to tell you. Sabian is a jacked monster muscle man, okay? He's actually one of the top 10 bodybuilders in the entire world. Well, as soon as he steps on stage, he will be. No, they don't know it yet. They don't know it. Which he is.
Y'all will see it in the face of real one day.
Yeah. And then you're all gonna orgasm, unless you're under the age of 18, in which case I never said anything.
Yeah.
But you're all gonna immediately bust.
Yeah, I'd say Drewski is the only dude that you're gonna see on this channel that does not live.
Yep.
Air quality will improve beyond the vent outflow.
Everyone's on trend. We take after our natural lord, Michael O'Hearn. He's a very famous natural.
The greatest natty of all time.
The greatest. Oh, I was fucking those guys. I saw our boy shooting at him. Are these real people we're playing with?
Yeah, these are real people, but I can already tell you they're gonna be terrible though. No, if whenever it'll have a name, but it'll say like bot next to it, and there'll always be a sharpshooter. Always. But I will tell you though that I have played with people that are worse than the bots.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And the bots are not particularly good.
I have no idea how to tell if I'm good or not, so...
If you're not getting down and your teammates aren't getting down, that's usually a good sign. Because, like, you can get down, you can, like, never get down and still be, like, bad. But that doesn't mean, like, your skill's bad, because, like, teamwork's very important in this game. Like, you're not going to solo a mission.
Yeah. Unless you're Sabine, which is like a big massive.
I mean, maybe on level 1, maybe. Like, I don't even think I could solo a level 2 mission.
What is this? As a yellow box. You say we have a yellow box over here. I just activated my special. Oh, it's empty. Just kidding. What is my?
Yeah, sometimes those are empty.
What does my special thing do?
It's I can't remember what it's called. It's basically, it's like a focus mode, and when you shoot highlighted enemies, it does more damage. When you max out that character, you can actually change which enemies get highlighted.
Oh, that's cool.
I think the default is it's ranged enemies and special enemies that are not ranged.
Yeah.
Okay, no. It's only special enemies, but you can change it to be like exclusively ranged.
What the fuck just happened to me? I got
there was somebody shot one of the barrels. Now the yellow barrels are not so bad if you get blown up by, but if you're next to a red barrel, those are the fire ones. You're probably gonna. Oh, you want to see something cool? That's a pox burster. Watch this. Watch this. Don't shoot it. Don't shoot it. Watch this. Watch this. Wait. There we go. That's my favorite. That's my favorite skill right there. You can shove them back. What you do is you shove them back and then you like dodge backwards.
Yeah.
And you'll be just out the range and it'll actually hurt you. I found that out by accident. Yeah, that's the red barrel I'm talking about right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I shot it, and I was trying to kill our friend. I didn't know how many shots it would take.
You can't team kill, but if you shoot a teammate, the bullets will go through them.
Oh shit.
That's okay. So that's actually one of my pet peeves a little bit. Okay, so when you get to higher levels, you'll see it more often now, but especially when the game was like relatively new, you would not see Ogren players on anything above level 3 for a while, and the reason why is because there's not a lot of people that play Ogren properly.
Yeah.
So, okay, so here's like the rundown, right? So every class has a role that they're made to play. So like, the way that I separate it is you have wide area of effects enemies or classes, and then you have like precision damage enemies. So like the sharpshooter and the zealot, they're made to like do a lot of damage on a single enemy. And then the ogren and the psyker, they're made to do like a moderate amount of damage on like a lot of enemies. Now the psyker can still do a lot of damage on one enemy though, but it's kind of like
big enemies whenever I was playing the psyker.
Yeah, you're talking about the brain blast. That's the thing I'm talking about too. And that's one of their best skills. But the thing is though, is that you don't want to do it too much because if you can overload your psyker abilities and it'll like make you explode, which is actually that's an actual strat by the way that people do is they'll overload when they get crowded. So they take out a bunch of enemies with them and then they'll just get somebody to revive them.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a penance you can do. You have to take out like a certain amount of special enemies. Okay, those right there are the pox hounds. I hate those. I'm usually pretty good about dodging them, but I wasn't gonna be dodging that one.
Happens.
But see, here's the reason why I say like not a lot of people play Ogrens properly. So the Ogrens. By the way, if you're wondering, there is no female Ogre. Yeah, that's the only class without a female. Yeah.
So how do they breed? Are they asexual?
Well, they do have female Ogrens, but they're just they're not in this game very much. You don't even really see them. I don't even think they have miniatures of female Ogrens. I think a lot of time like people make those, they're like kit bashed or something like that.
Yeah.
There's not even female face moves.
Yeah.
Now the real reason why is like obviously like sexy, but there's like more reasons why.
There's the fire guy.
That one's not as bad as the Pox one. Oh, did the Coomer get you too? That guy reminds me of Drew.
The Coomer?
Yeah, I call him a Coomer because it's like the way he laughs. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's like obsessed with getting you in an electric fishnet. Okay, so like what I was talking about, like why I don't think like a lot of people play the Ogren very well, is like so the Ogren is best at like clumping the meat together. And most Ogrens, because like the Ogren dash moves enemies out the way, and people just like they see a crowd of enemies that'll be perfectly clumped together already. And they just get horny, and they're like, "Oh, I gotta be like Rhinoceros from Spider-Man, and just fucking run through that wall of enemies."
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you have 2 fronts that you have to fight now.
Can I talk to this guy? Strike team.
I think you can. Yeah, you should be able to, but they might not have microphones though.
I just talked to him.
Yeah, they can see that for sure. Now, if you use a microphone, they can obviously.
Righteous cause be found at the smelter, aye?
I was trying to be polite. They're not even responding to me.
Yeah. They probably don't even know how to chat.
Those motherfuckers.
That guy's shattering and not have legs. Honestly, we're going so fast through this mission, we just might knock out the episode.
That's fine. Because we're great.
Usually, like, I'd say on level 4, like, a mission lasts for, like, 30 minutes. And, like, level 5, the mission might last, like, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But we're already, like, almost finished this mission. Well, we're not that close to it. We're like, maybe, like, 5 minutes away.
That's it. I don't know, I don't know why, oh look at that, blew those motherfuckers up. Oh, I started recording. I don't know if I'm gonna upload this. Not. I might.
I think Drew's actually planning on recording this too. Oh yeah, that's the real Coomer right there, dude. The mutant. He's easy to dodge though, but the thing is you have to keep dodging him.
I didn't even know he was there.
Yeah, that's what that scream was that you heard. That goes like, whoa. He's even got one big arm like a fucking Coomer, man. Dude, he's literally just like a knockoff of the Charger from Left 4 Dead, but he's not like as unfair.
Yeah. I liked Left 4 Dead actually.
I did too. I like Left 4 Dead 2 a little bit more. But if I play Left 4 Dead 1, I just play Left 4 Dead 1 in the actual Left 4 Dead 1. Because I don't like the original campaigns having the new enemy types. Because they're not balanced. Like the Charger, like if you're playing No Mercy and there's a Charger, like somebody's guaranteed that they're gonna get down.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many tunnels and hallways and alleyways and all that shit that you just can't even dodge them.
Yeah. So what exactly are we doing right now? Like, what's the point of this this mission?
I actually cannot remember exactly. So I guess let me give like a little bit of the backstory of it. So this hive city that we're in is Tertium, and it got infected by nurgle. And when I say infected, I don't necessarily mean like in a disease sense, although also a disease sense. So like these aren't zombies that we're killing. They're people that have basically like every disease known to like every race in the 40K universe.
I think my ex-girlfriend was in that.
Pretty much, yeah. So like they have but see, like you would think that'd be extremely painful, and it would be, but like they worship Nurgle, the god, like the god of like the chaos god of like pestilence. And other things too, like they don't just serve like one purpose, they have like multiple purposes. So basically like every moment of them is like filled with like happiness and pleasure. You wouldn't know it from these enemies right off the bat, at least at first. But they've like added some of that stuff in, so they're like laughing and shit now. But at first they were just like generic zombies. So these are like totally normal people that we're fighting. They're not like zombies or anything like that.
They're just running at us like zombies?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. So, I think what so like the smell, because like Tertium is like a forge hive world, or a hive city. And the smelters here are down, and basically, you know, we need them for ammo to actually, you know, keep on, well, not just weapons, but like ammunition and all that stuff to actually like carry out this particular mission.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I mean, the plot summary is in the mission select screen, but I just didn't look at it though. Like I said, like the story doesn't really matter that much. Unfortunately, I wish I could say otherwise.
Let me deal with this.
Oh, is that the person? Oh, you gonna try it? Oh, I'm about to go for another. There you go, baby.
Don't worry. I'm still here. Keep going.
Oh no, we can't. If we leave you, you'll get downed by something. You'll get downed by something. Oh, dude, I think I hear a demon host.
Alright.
Okay, so
I'm back.
there is a witch equivalent in this game. It's called the demon host. It's actually the oh yeah, well, you still went to right. So the demon host is like the witch but worse, because like
sorry.
Yeah, there it is right there. Don't get close to it. Don't get close to it, because it'll guarantee. Actually, you know what? I bet you on this difficulty, I could probably one hit it. Well, not one hit it, but I could probably solo it though. I'm gonna flex a little bit. Yeah, it's not doing any damage to me at all, dude. Okay, I'm gonna need help. I'm gonna need help. Yep, I'm gonna need some help.
I'm shooting.
I just wanted to flex a little bit.
Somebody's got a barrel.
Oh, I'm getting my health back. See, the thing is like, as the zealot, if you get close to being down, you will, like, get a period of invulnerability. Oh. Now let me get back over here. Yeah, we're about to get it, dude. That goes to show you how hard this enemy is. It's like, I'm on level 26, and this is like the lowest tier mission, and it's still fucking hard as shit to fight.
I'm gonna mill it.
Yeah, we got it! We don't get anything from that, by the way.
Oh, so there's no point in fighting them?
Yeah, there's no point in fighting them.
Oh, me and my friends we lost a mission, or it was me and Greg. We lost a mission because we accidentally killed we actually attacked the witch and it fucking murdered us.
Yeah, see, like, it'll only take out 2 enemies before, like 2 teammates before it disappears. But I actually got my whole team destroyed by 2 demon hosts because they were literally right next to each other.
Yeah.
Which is not supposed to happen, but they were literally right next. So, like, this game will throw some bullshit at you sometimes. Like, there was 2 demon hosts right next to each other, and some fucking retarded Ogren player. Basically, he did his charge dash thing like all the bot Ogren players do. Not all Ogren players are bots, just maybe the ones that are practically bots.
The shitty ones.
Yeah. He dashed right into both of them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And see, like, I guess apparently only one of them could target you at a time, so the other one just went straight for another player.
Nice.
So literally the whole team, this was like a level 4 mission, literally the whole team was dead. Yeah. Yeah, we were pissed about that. Yeah, this is pretty much the end of the mission right here, but, like, we still have a little bit more to do than this, so.
Okay.
We gotta destroy more of those demonic growths.
Look for demonic growths.
I had a few of those.
Yeah, me too. I have one that is currently back. That's on my. Okay, so here's something that's kind of funny. If you look on one of my knees, it kind of. I have like a mark that looks like a Tetris block. Those were plantar warts that I had for like 7 years, and I tried to get rid of them and they just kept coming back. And eventually they just went away on their own, and now I have a permanent Tetris block on my knee. It's like the little T one. And now I have one on my other knee. It's pissing me off. See, like, I cut it off. Like, I literally cut it off and they just grow back.
Damn.
And then one day it fell off and it took a chunk out of my knee, and that's what happened. It looked like that forever.
Damn, I had a freckle on one of my fingers, and I stuck my hand into my pocket, and I had a pencil in there, right? Yeah. That's why I don't carry pencils in my pockets anymore. And I cut the fuck out of my hand, and it cut the freckle in half, and the freckle just went away.
Well, at least it got rid of the freckle, though.
Yeah, I mean, I have freckles all over me, so I just didn't know why it did that. Like, it didn't really bother me being on my hand, but I didn't know why I took that shit out. What the fuck?
So I will tell you one thing about 40K. If you're looking to, like, find a universe that has all the lore you could ever want,
yeah.
There is so much lore in 40K that I guarantee you there's not a single fan out there that knows, like, everything, even about, like, the factions that they're, like, up.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so there is likely fans that are like that, but I guarantee you there's no fan that knows everything about 40K, though. Like, we're talking about, like, a game, like a franchise that has 9 factions that all have, like, huge amounts of lore associated with each one. Now, I will say, like, the biggest, like, the one that obviously has the most lore is the Imperium of Man and, like, the Chaos followers. And I'd say the second most is, like, the Nurgle, which are basically just, like, space elves.
Okay. Yeah, I know pretty much nothing.
So, like, to even get, like, the gist of what... Okay, so here's I'm gonna just demo it, how hard it is to, like, explain the lore to somebody without, like, preface. So, like, I know, like, everything you see here is, like, futuristic. Like, the reason it's called Warhammer 40k is because it takes place in, like, the 41st millennium and beyond. But it's not, like, only the 41st millennium. Like, there's also parts that take place in the 30th millennium, which is where the whole shebang pretty much started at. So, like, so there's this guy... See, I'm already starting it. Before I even start that, let me explain, like, what's basically going on. Like, what you're seeing here is, like, the remnants of humanity after, like, a post-apocalyptic event that happened that pretty much put humanity, like, in Stone Age. So you see, like, humanity keeps talking about, like, the Messiah and, like, the Emperor, and they, like, how they talk about him like he's, like, a god and shit. So the Emperor might as well be a god, because he's like this kind of guy that's called a perpetual. Basically what that means is that he's immortal, but he can still be killed, but he'll like keep coming back every time he dies, you know what I mean?
Look at this. Deploy this thing. And back up.
Oh, he's working on it. Yeah. On later missions, those will become very important. The only mission that I would say that is essential to get one of those is the assassination. But like, okay, so the Emperor, man, so like, in the 30th millennium, humanity was like very fragmented, pretty much in the way you see humanity now, to an extent. And he decided that religion was like one of the biggest things that fragmented humanity, so he decided to abolish all religion. And basically, like, make humanity atheist, because, like, humanity should be propelled not by, like, some, you know, imaginary guy in the sky. They just, he realized that what was holding humanity back, that guy should just get in here. What was holding humanity back was the fact that they cared more about themselves getting into, like, some imaginary, paradise rather than propelling their fellow man forward. So he basically, like, made these guys called the Thunder Warriors, which are like the proto-Space Marines.
Yeah.
To basically get rid of all religion on the planet. And after that, see, those guys weren't meant to, like, last forever. So he had them killed off through various means, sending them on suicide missions, and eventually made the Space Marines. And the way that he did that is that he had 20 Primarchs that he'd give, like, all an aspect of himself to. And they would get their own legion of Space Marines. It was about, like, 1,000. Now, keep in mind, there's way more Space Marines than that. There's, like, over 1,000 chapters of Space Marines that are, like, just known to, like, fans. I think my game just crashed, by the way.
Well, at least we did the,
It's not gonna ever crash in the game, though. It only usually ever crashes on the loading screen. It hasn't happened to me in, like, 2 months now, though.
At least we got the mission done.
Yeah. So, basically, humanity got fragmented because, see, I'm a little lightheaded because I'm actually, like, hungry as fuck right now. Humanity got... Yeah, I will in just a second. Humanity got fragmented because, you know, well, one, because there was, like, people that didn't want to be... Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and exit out of Darktide and go back in. Humanity didn't want to be a part of the Imperium of Man, but not only that, there was, like, people who were genuinely, like, unaware of its existence. So he basically, like, took the rest of humanity's worlds by force, and a lot of these worlds were, like, separate from each other for, you know, like, thousands of years. So, like, the Ogren, for instance, that's just, like, a class of abhuman, pretty much. So they're, like, big and fucking stupid because they lived on, like, these desolate prison worlds with, like, high gravity, and, like, all they know is, like, they're not stupid, they just don't have, like, general intelligence. Like, their intelligence is, like, I need to survive, and that's it. So all they think about is food and killing shit, pretty much. And, so one of his Primarchs got corrupted by the Chaos Gods. I'm not going to give too much preface in that because this will kind of give you preface. So I'll give a little bit of preface. The Chaos Gods, they are like literal gods in a way. They live in the warp, or, you know, the Immaterium as the Imperium calls it. which is kind of like this extra dimension, which like they like psychers, like like the psyker character you're playing as, they draw their magic through it, but it is like a physical place, and all beings kind of interact with the warp a little bit to an extent, but some interact with them more than others. The Chaos Gods, whenever like a major event happens in humanity's history, well, not just in humanity's history, like in fact, Slaanesh, like the newest one, was actually birthed by the Eldar. It'll give birth to a new Chaos God based on whatever emotion was going on. So like the first one was like Khorne, and like that happened during a time of like major bloodshed in humanity's history. And then like Nurgle, like the third one or the second one, that was like during a time of major disease, which I think is theorized to be the Black Plague. And then you got like Tzeentch, which was like a time which that one's theorized to be World War I, because he's like kind of like the god of scheming and fraud and like betrayal. So and that's kind of like what happened with World War I, is people conspired against the Caesar. And Slaanesh, basically Slaanesh was birthed by Eldar getting like hedonistic, pretty much, like torture porn, pretty much. You don't want to get caught by the Dark Eldar. And so one of this isn't the mission we just played, is it? Yeah, it is. One second, let me cancel that shit. Okay, there you go. We'll do Metalfab. Well, this is the same place. So I do have one more mission in me before I'd have to use something. But Horus was one of the Primarchs that, see, like the Emperor saw the Primarchs as his sons, so to speak, and his most prized one was his son Horus, who got the rank of War Master, which is basically like the greatest honor that a Primarch can get. And basically he got corrupted by one of the Chaos Gods and betrayed the Emperor and pretty much like mortally wounded him. Go ahead and just ready up, because it might be a while before we get another player in here.
Okay.
This guy's probably not going to ready up. He's going to make... Nope. Okay, there you go. He came through for us.
A supply stockpile has been identified.
He mortally wounded him, and the way that they saved him... Because, like, if the Emperor was not alive during that time of humanity, like, humanity was gonna, like, fall. So they put him on this golden throne that, like... Because, like, the Emperor is, like, the greatest psyker that ever existed in humanity's history. They put him on this throne, but the thing is that, like, he has... Because, like, his warp powers are so essential to humanity's functioning, like, even, like, warp travel... is all dependent on the Emperor. He can't even talk. Like, he's basically just sat in a throne for 10,000 years, not talking to anybody, and literally to the point where he, like, just rotted into, like, a fucking skeleton on the throne, hooked up in the life support. And see, the thing is, everybody, like, knew at first, like, the Emperor's not like a god. He's just, like a very powerful man. Because, you know, like, humanity came to a point where they're like, well, science is what's important. But, you know, like, 10,000 years come on by, and eventually, like, people just become fucking stupid. And they worship him kind of like how Catholics worship God, like, in the 13th century. Which is ironic, because that's what the Emperor... See, it's kind of comedic. It's not a universe you want to take too seriously. There's a lot of irony and comedy, like subtle comedy in the 40k universe. Because, like, he didn't want to be seen as a god, and now they all worship him as a god, pretty much. I mean, like, some of them know, like, the Primarchs know, but even, like, the Space Marines, for the most part, don't know. The only people that know the truth, ironically, are the followers of Chaos. Those are the only ones who know that the God Emperor is not actually a god.
Oh, so they think he's, like, literally, like, omnipotent.
Yes, they literally think that, and he might, look, he's so powerful that he might as well be. You know, I mean, he effectively is one, but he's not, like, literally a god, though. Like, he's a perpetual, like, so he'll keep coming back every time he dies. but he like pretty much exists in his mortal form at any given moment. And see, the thing is that he doesn't have like a given form. And like, okay, so they don't give any specific names out, of course. They try to make it like speculation. Because that's another recurring theme about 40K is that like information is like dog shit, pretty much. Like there's like almost no information, like old world information in the 40K universe. So, sorry, I got cold sweats right now.
Cold sweats?
Yeah. So, with, man, what was I? Okay, so like, humanity knows how to make like basic weapons. They don't know how to make like more complex shit. Like, so they can make like Space Marine armor and like Terminator armor. And believe it or not, 40K has mesh. But like, for instance, like Titans, like the biggest ones, like Imperator Titans, they don't know how to make those anymore, for instance, because like humanity's like biggest drive is finding these things that are called STCs. See, like that's what I'm getting at. Like there's so much more. Like it would take forever to like tell you everything. I'm just trying to tell you like the gist of it. STCs are like these blueprints, like these computers that contain like blueprints that can make technology in humanity. And one of the humanity's biggest drives is finding these STCs.
No.
So like every time they like if they even like hear a rumor that there's an STC somewhere, like they're sending like whole ass like police to investigate like a rumor. You know what I mean? Like somebody just says like, oh, like I heard this in STC, or a single guy says that, and next thing you know, there's like, oh, you're gonna get to fight your first monstrosity here.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like getting like a quadrillion adeptus mechanics, pretty much. Trying to like investigate. Wow, that dude got knocked off by the first hit.
Reach your hand! I beg you!
Oh damn it, it's got it. It's not gonna kill me, but he might spin me off the edge though.
It must! Get behind it! Shoot it in the back of the booty!
These are my nades.
Oh fuck. Okay, I didn't get thrown too far off the edge.
I killed him.
Hell yeah. That's my favorite one to fight. I don't like fighting the Plague over it so much.
No.
That's basically, like, for the most part, like, the kind of the gist of it. Like, basically, so, like, if the world today entered, like, an apocalyptic state, like, the world got... So you know how, like, Fallout is, right? Like, people basically don't know shit about what's going on in the Fallout universe.
Yeah.
That's kind of what the 40K universe is like, except, you know, they're still capable of, like, space travel and all that. But they don't know how any of this shit works. They, like... So, like, if your computer's having a problem, the Adeptus Mechanicus, like, treats all technology as sacred. So, like, they're gonna, like, spray, like, holy water and, like, oil on, like, a computer and hope that it works.
Oh, shit. Yeah, so these motherfuckers don't know anything.
Yeah. They're actually so weird about technology, because, like, okay, so the Adeptus Mechanicus, they don't really worship the Emperor, they worship the Omnissiah. The thing that's kind of funny about it is, like, so the Emperor, the Imperium sees worship of the Emperor, anything other than the Emperor, as heresy, and the Omnissiah is, like, both of the factions don't see the Emperor as the Omnissiah, but the Emperor and the Omnissiah are literally the same fucking dude, though. Like, they were the same fucking dude. So it's like, it's kind of ironic. Like, really, both those factions kind of depend on each other because the Imperium has numbers and strength, and the Adeptus Mechanicus have technology.
Oh, yes, it's
I will tell you one thing, though. it would suck to live in the 40k universe. Like you're basically like guaranteed to live like a die like a horrible death.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you another thing that's pretty freaky, right? So you know those medic stations?
Yeah.
You notice that's a human torso there.
Oh no, I haven't really looked at them. Let's see.
Well, okay, so there's things in the game that are called servitors.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah, and basically what a servitor is, now not all servitors are like this, some are lab grown, but usually if you get imprisoned for something, and you can get imprisoned for like the most ridiculous shit. Like if you fix your air conditioner that like broke down and didn't like let a tech priest know, like you can be imprisoned for it and become a fucking servitor. Basically, okay, so this is where I get to tell you another part about the 40k universe. So there's no like real AI, right? The reason why is like the biggest thing that caused humanity's downfall was humanity became very lazy due to the advent of AI, because like they had the men of stone who created the men of like the golden men. The golden men eventually created the men of iron, and the men of iron were like these powerful, artificially intelligent servants that basically did everything for humanity. They became weak, and they decided like, you know, the men of iron were like, wait a minute, like why are we fucking doing all this work with these cuckolds? These guys are inferior, and they basically almost wiped humanity out. Eventually, humanity, for the most part, they defeat the men of iron, and pretty much end up in the state that humanity's in today. So, any form of artificial intelligence, they still call it AI, but it's abdominable intelligence, like what they call it. So, the way that they get around this, because they still need, like, non-human workers, or, like, you know, like, non-sentient workers, what the Mechanicus does is they'll, like, lobotomize you and like, modify your body to serve, like, one purpose. So, like, that medic station over there, that's a dude who probably got, like... That's a dude who probably got charged for, like, fixing his computer without letting a tech priest know, who probably wouldn't have even fixed it anyways, because they would just spray with water and like, oil and chips and shit. And like hope that it would work. And basically got lobotomized and he's just stuck here, you know. I mean, of course, like, a lot of time they don't realize that, like, you know, because they're not sentient. Sometimes they don't do it properly and they still hold on to some sentience.
So then they're just fucking stuck.
Yeah, they're just stuck there. Like, you'll hear him say sometimes, like, please take me with you.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of time they do genuinely awful shit. There's genuinely awful people in the 40k universe. Like, Necromunda is like a hive gang. It's like a gang hive city, pretty much. Like, it's like full of, like, evil people.
Yeah. Are we about to move on from this area? Because I have a little med thing I can throw down.
Yeah, we're about to be. We just gotta wait a little bit more.
Okay, no. I wasn't gonna waste it if we were.
Honestly, we might not really need it.
Burster's dead!
See, that guy, Ford Nacator, has a skill issue right there. He didn't know how to do the thing that I always say.
What?
See, I literally, you probably haven't even noticed this. I have not shot a gun.
I've seen you just melee.
Yeah. I really do like the melee of these games.
Yeah. So you don't have to use the gun if you don't want to, then.
I will say, okay, on the earlier difficulties, it's not so essential. Once you get to level 4 and 5, you're gonna have to use a gun. Like, you're gonna have to use a gun. Unless you're the Zealot. If you're the Zealot, you're mostly gonna be doing melee anyways. But even then, you're still gonna have a hard time not using a gun, because the amount of range, because see, like you're seeing right now, we're mostly fighting melee enemies. Once you get to higher difficulties, there are way more ranged enemies.
Oh, I see.
And not only that, if you get if you get a swarm on you of like fuck, what are they called? Like, it's either stag or slag or something like that. A scab. If you get, like, scab enemies, so those are the ones with armor that you see us fighting. If you get a horde of those guys on you, you do not want those guys to be right in front of you, because you're not going to be able to block in melee without getting hit. It's not going to happen. And that's kind of where the Ogre comes in, but a lot of people do play Ogre. Like I said, a lot of times they don't play it well. It's not their fault. I do think they should have designed the Ogre to be a little bit better. But people just don't really tend to play the Ogre that well. They just see him and think, there's another demon host. They just see the Ogre and just think like, oh, like big guy, I can just smash enemies around.
Oh.
Oh fuck. Don't worry, I'll come and save. I'll come and try and save you. You might want to drop that med kit. If there's gonna be a time to drop it, it's now. Block. Look, get your melee weapon out and block. Just keep blocking. Yeah, just keep blocking. When he breaks the block, just press the block again.
Well. I didn't even know he was there.
Yeah, you have to watch out for him. It's mostly audio. He's about to go after me now because there's so much damage. Oh, he disappeared and only took one enemy out. Well, it's only level 1. You won't spawn too far away.
This might work.
I'd say the real punishment of dying, well, not necessarily of dying, of the later difficulties is precisely dying, because the higher difficulty you are, the further away you're gonna spawn.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. See, because you didn't really spawn that far away.
Yeah.
You are not together. You should be. Now.
The best way I can describe the 40k universe is it's like Warhammer Fantasy, but it's in space. So pretty much just all the same races for the most part. Except, there's nothing like Ogrins or anything like that.
Didn't you?
So how long is this level?
We're actually at the end of it right here.
Oh, okay.
Sweep and secure.
We're about to be doing it's like a survival segment.
Okay. Cool.
That is way more ammo than necessary.
Holy ammunition!
All those ammo boxes.
Yeah.
I would say med kits are definitely a lot more useful. The only character I think that really needs an ammo box is probably the sharpshooter. I don't think he really needs health so much because, like I said, he has like that huge amount of toughness. You get like 200 toughness.
Yeah, I have a lot.
I will tell you the most valuable curios that you can get as a sharpshooter are ones that have wound. So you see how your health has like those segments?
Yeah.
Those are, think of those as like extra lives, so to speak. So like when you get down, basically like when you get down, one of those will fill up with corruption, and like that'll be a time that you can't get down anymore. So if you have like 3 of those segments, then that means you can get down like 3 times. But if you get, but they're called wounds, so if you get like a curio with another wound, you can get down another time without dying. And see, look, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this: the sharpshooter is, even though he's the most tanky character, he is the character that gets down like the most, like without a doubt.
What's that?
Well, the reason why, and this is not so much a problem with the character himself. So you see how we're splitting up a whole bunch right now?
Yeah.
That is not something we can do on those difficulties. Especially like it really begins with level 3. Once you get to level 3, everybody really has to stick with each other. The sharpshooter kind of needs to be the VIP, like the guy that's in the back.
Yeah.
Because, well, one, it's like, it seems to me, we might as well just go ahead and get over here because this is where the end of the level's at. Okay. It seems to me that the sharpshooter gets targeted the most out of all the teammates.
Ammo crates!
Oh, okay.
And he has like a very low damage resistance compared to everyone else, despite like the toughness. But I'm referring like to more the health, because he does see the other classes have opportunities to heal themselves, but the sharpshooter does not, though. The only time a sharpshooter can heal himself is from a medkit or from a... It's either going to be from a medkit or it's going to be from a Medicaid station.
Yeah.
I thought I almost got thrown in an area that I would not have been able to survive from.
That would not have been cash money.
Yeah, that would have. There wouldn't even be any point reviving me. These guys are real pain. Let me see if I can hit this guy. Yes, I got his ass. I just got a fucking penance, man. That dude was 60. That dude was 60 meters away. I hit him with the freaking with the stun grenade. I've been trying to get that forever. Okay, so that's one big thing. Okay, so do you care about cosmetics?
They look cool. Might as well.
I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know they did add new penances to the game, but the cosmetics for the new penances are ass, like you said.
Yeah.
So if you want to get good cosmetics, you're gonna have to do the old ones, the old penances, which are under redacted. And some of them, I'm just gonna say now, are total bullshit. So like one of the best pieces of armor that you can get, the way that you get it is you basically have to be a mission. Just hear this, alright? Just hear this. You have to be a mission without having any ammo left in your gun, but you have to have 100% accuracy.
Oh.
So that sounds simple, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. So there's a few ways that you can cheese it. What you can do is that you can basically just play it normally until you're almost out of ammo, and then like disconnect from the game and then reconnect, and then like shoot your last bullet on an enemy, and then just switch to melee. Because like, you can gain ammo without picking up like an ammo crate or something like that. Like every time you kill a special enemy type, you'll pick up ammo, or like you'll gain some ammo. But as long as you don't switch to your ranged weapon for the rest of the game, you'll get it. But that's literally like the best chest piece, and it's the most bullshit penance. Well, it's not the most bullshit one, but it's the most bullshit.
Oh, that's how you unlock that cosmetic stuff, the penances.
Yeah, the penances are how you unlock cosmetics. I'll just go ahead and say this now. Don't even worry about trinkets. Trinkets are like bullshit.
Okay.
Now, I will tell you, if you want to unlock a pretty nice helmet, you can go to the it's actually in one of the Steam announcements for it. So like in the news, my cold sweats are gone, by the way. It's in one of the news segments. You can go and type in the code Warhammer Fest after you log in with your Steam account, and it'll give you a helmet. I think you should have the beta helmet too, though. Did you have a helmet in your cosmetic screen?
I don't know. I didn't really. I didn't really look. Let's see. Got all the way up to level 3. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I will say one thing, you will start leveling up pretty quick in this game. But I will tell you though, don't spend any of the plasteel or diamantine that you get until you level up to level 30 though. There's like no reason to. There is some reason to. You can still get like a good blessing or something like that, but so like here's how to explain it. So you can consecrate a weapon which will add a blessing, and then it'll well, at first it'll add a blessing. Well, at first it'll add a perk, and then it'll add a blessing, and then a perk, and then a blessing. And that's kind of how you get, you know, the initial perks and blessings. And then you can refine a perk, which you can change that specific slot forever. Like, you can only change that one, but you can change it as many times as you want, and it'll actually get cheaper as you go on, too.
Yeah.
No, then you can re-bless, which is the same thing for blessings. Or you can do what's called earn a blessing. And basically what that is you can give up your weapon and take one of the blessings that you got off that weapon and put it on another weapon.
Should I get any new weapons?
Yeah.
Archer, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't stick with the stock weapons. Do you still have a what gun do you have? Is it a laser gun?
Yeah.
That's what I figured you probably have. You're probably gonna want. Oh yeah, I forgot the weapon dealer's not over here anymore. You don't want to. You probably want to get an automatic weapon.
Like
So-
an auto gun.
I will assist.
Yeah. So let me think.
To a higher level.
You might want to go ahead and pick up another one right away. So okay, so I'll go ahead and tell you the difference between the different auto guns. The infantry auto gun is going to let you aim down the sights and have rapid fire. The headhunter auto gun is going to let you aim down the sights, but you're going to have burst fire. And shit, what's the? See, I was trying to remember what it was.
I can't buy the infantry. I can only get the headhunter right now.
The headhunter is going to still be good. If you get a braced auto gun, that one's going to be aiming from the hip. But when you aim from the hip, it fires like fast as fuck though.
Yeah.
But you want to get the Mark IV one. You don't want to get the Mark II one because the Mark II one doesn't fire very fast to begin with. It does more damage, but the Mark IV just does more DPS. I actually prefer the infantry auto gun.
Yeah.
Well, I really prefer the brace auto gun, but I'm using an infantry auto gun. Is what I meant to say.